Hello students, welcome back. Let us now go to the next component of your motherboard, that is your SMPS. SMPS means switch mode power supply. Switch mode power supply. It is a device that is used to transform the electric current from AC to DC and then supplies to different components of the computer, different parts of the computer. That is what you mean by a switch mode power supply. Is a device that is used to transform the electrical current from AC to DC and supply it to different parts of the computer. These are the components of your motherboard. As I mentioned earlier, remember, it's a very important question, the components of the motherboard. Now, this SMPS is also a type of a power supply. Other than this, you have another type of power supply, that is your UPS. UPS means uninterrupted power supply. Uninterrupted power supply. That means it is a device that allows your computer to work even when there is no power. That is, the primary source of the power is not there. There is a power cut. At that time, your UPS helps you in working of the computer. So UPS contains a battery and it switches on to the battery power when the device has a loss of power from the primary source. By using an UPS, you can avoid the damage to your computer during the power problems. There are two types of UPS. Two types of UPS, that is your online UPS and your offline UPS. Online UPS and offline UPS. Now what happens in this power supply, online UPS? In online UPS, the power supply flows through an inverter, whether the main power supply is on or off. In this, the inverter is on continuously. Inverter is on continuously. So there is no break at all. Therefore, this type of UPS is also known as a continuous mode UPS. Supplies power continuously without any break. The advantages are that as you have a good continuous supply of power, there is a protection, there is no user interaction in this. But the disadvantage is that it is costlier. Whereas offline UPS, in this, the inverter is not on continuously. It switches on only when there is a power cut. It becomes on only when the main power supply gets off. When the main supply is off, then the inverter comes into effect and converts the supply from AC to DC. Advantages is that it is less expensive, but it is not suitable for online applications. The disadvantage is that the data loss may happen in between the fraction of a second, where it requires time to switch on from main power supply to the UPS. So this is the two different types of UPS, online UPS and offline UPS. Next is your cache memory. Now you know the different types of memory, that is your primary memory and secondary memory. But there is another type of memory, that is your cache memory. So what is this cache memory? Cache memory is a very high speed semiconductor memory. It is a very high speed semiconductor memory which can speed up or which can increase the speed of the CPU. It acts as a buffer between the CPU and the main memory. The what do you say, that parts or data and the programs that are transferred from the secondary device, then it goes to a primary device and then to your CPU. But this process, cache memory, will be acting as a buffer in between your CPU, or sorry, the RAM and the CPU. There are different levels of cache memory. There are different types or levels of cache memory. That is, one of the cache is your level 1, or also it is known as your L1 cache memory. It is present inside the CPU. It is present inside the CPU. And the next is your level 2 or L2 cache memory. It is present on the motherboard, that is in between your CPU and the RAM. So these are the different types of cache memory. And the advantages of cache memory. The advantages of cache memory: it is faster than main memory or your RAM, and it consumes less access time compared to your main memory, and it stores data for temporary use. Then it stores the programs that can be executed within a short period of time. The same way, you have your disadvantages also. So what are the disadvantages? It has limited capacity. It cannot store a huge amount of data. It has got a limited capacity, and it is very expensive. These are the disadvantages of your cache memory. And as you know, the other memory devices are your primary memory and secondary memory. The primary memory has got RAM and ROM. The types of RAM you have is your SRAM and DRAM. All these has been done last year itself. And ROM, you have different types of ROM, that is your PROM, EPROM, and EEPROM. These are the different types of primary memory, and the secondary memory is a permanent memory. All these you know. Now at the end of this session, we have finished the first chapter. Now I would require all of you to answer the questions that will be asked in this chapter. I'll again be sending you the notes for this chapter. You can download that also, the notes. Along with the notes, there are some questions at the end of the notes. Please answer this either in a book or a foolscap paper. Scan it and send it to my email ID. As soon as the session gets over, before the end of the next chapter, before we start the next chapter, I require you to send it. I'm just going to give you a few days time, maybe 2 days. Please send it to me by mail. This is my mail ID. Send it by mail. With this, we end this chapter, and also we come to the end of this session. Thank you. Let us meet in the next session.